yesterday when I did my legs. Let me just go over that real quick for you. So I started out by doing leg extensions, and on the leg extensions, it's just kind of to get your muscles going, get them nice and warmed up. So you do 4 sets of 15. I use a 25-pound plate for it all. The key here is to have very little rest in between your sets. So try to only take 10 to 15 second breaks and then go right back into it. So you're not going to be able to use as heavy of weights as what you're probably used to doing. Again, I'm using the Body Solid machine for that. And it's a leverage weight system, so it's not on a cable system. So it's a little bit different in weights. So I'm really not sure where it would be if it was on cables. But again, it was just a 25-pound plate for me. Then after I finished those, I went into my lying leg curls. And this time I finally did it right. Last time I did this routine, I left my bench flat. And I had said how you could actually feel it in your lower back when you do it like that. And I didn't want that because obviously we weren't working lower back. So with that being said, I would remember to put it on a decline this time and felt it all in the glutes and all in the hamstrings, which is where you want it. So again, you do 4 sets of 15. That's going to be the magic number in reps for today's routine. 4 sets, 15 to 20, whatever you can do. Again, it's low weights, high reps, just so you can get the blood into that muscle. That's what you really want. I then went over to my squat section on the Body Solid machine, and I did regular 90-degree squats. I'd start out with 90 pounds, and then I went up to 140 pounds, and that's where I stayed for the last 3 sets. I followed it up with walking lunges, and I actually forgot to record those, so you'll just have to imagine the walking lunges. You want to do 20 lunges per leg, so be prepared. It's going to be a while, and your legs are going to be screaming and on fire, and that's okay. Just make sure that you use proper form when you're doing it. Take wide steps and try to go deep into that lunge so that you can really hit the high hamstring area into the ham glute tie-in. You can feel the difference. I promise, if you take short strides compared to a long stride. When you take short strides, you're going to feel it higher up into the quad section. When you take long strides, you're going to feel it more in the ham glute section. So depending on which one you really want to work on, which I really wanted to focus on the hamstrings, because again, in bikini, that's what wins it. So I take nice long strides. 4 sets of 20 on those, and you want to try to use a 30 to 50-pound dumbbells. I had to use my Harbinger hooks on those, otherwise my forearms just get completely wasted. I then came in and, what did I do? Oh, kneeling squats. So I call these a butt blaster. I really don't know what the technical name for it is, but you get on your knees and then you do a squat with it. Try to sit low and back into your squat all the way to the ground if possible. If you don't have the hip and ankle flexibility for that, just try to get as low as you can on that and really sit back into it. And then when you come up, you really want to pull your hips in and squeeze your glutes. Again, this is a total butt blaster. You're gonna feel it there. It's an amazing. You'll actually feel it a little bit in your calves as well, because when you're pushing up, you'll tend to tighten up your toe area and stuff, and it tightens that calf up, so you'll get a little bit of calf workout too. I actually didn't use near as heavy a weights as what I needed to do, but 4 sets of 20 is the magic number here. So I did 130 pounds. I started out only with 95 and it was way too light. So then I had to bump it up, like I said, to 130. I probably should have just started with 130 and then worked my way up to see how heavy I could go. But again, doing 20 of them for 4 rounds with very little rest in between. I just wish I'd started with 130 to begin with. Let's just put it that way. And then to end out the routine, I just went ahead and did 3-way calf raises. So if you watched my video before, it's the same thing that I had told you before. You're going to do 10 of each move. So it'll be 10 with toes forward, 10 with toes out, and then 10 with toes in, non-stop. So 10, 10, 10, take a 10-second break, and then go back into it. 10, 10, 10. 10-second break, and then do it. And you're going to do 3 rounds of those. That concludes our leg workout for the day.